Hi, this is Rachel from Rachel Reviews, and this week we're talking about Netflix addition to their thriller genre, Mike Flanagan's Hush.
There's a lot of shit shows and movies on Netflix. Don't know what to watch, but don't you stress it. Rachel watches garbage so you don't have to. Find all the gems with Rachel Reviews.
Hello? Hello? No, I'm being home invaded. Hello, I can't hear you. Hello? Annoying, isn't it? When you yourself are the victim of a home invasion and you can't hear anything or call for help because you're deaf. That's the premise of Mike Flanagan's new hit film, Hush. This is the story of a young writer who's decided to take a leave by staying alone in a cabin in the woods. As I mentioned before, she's deaf and mute, and quickly she realizes that she's the victim of a home invasion. You might be thinking, she can't use a phone, she can't call for help, she could just use the internet and order Domino's, or I don't know, Skype one of her friends for help. Don't worry. Our serial killered man has already thought about that by cutting off all the electric in the house, making for more fun times. If you're looking for an intensely action-packed film, perhaps this isn't the one for you. It is set in one location with only two characters, and as I said, dialogue is to a complete minimal. Hush uses amazing cinematography, excellent lighting, and has brilliant casting throughout. This is certainly a film that's not to be missed, and it seems quite underrated on the Netflix rating system. For all you film buffs out there interested in more of the in-depth look at cinematography, Flanagan decides to use light and dark as a really pivotal point within his film. Inside being light, outside being dark, each representing the characters', if you will, personalities. And this foreplay is used to bounce off one another throughout. Makes for a very, very interesting watch. It's definitely something that's going to have you gripping the edge of your seat, bed, futon, or beanbag if that's how you choose to watch your films. It certainly is something to enjoy for you and your loved ones or friends, probably not children. If you want to get laid, this is definitely a snuggle factor film, so you're right in there. You can thank me later. And there we go. Thank you, hairy hand female assistant. Directors don't seem to often consider the pitfalls of the weapons that they choose in their films, so this week on Hush they use the crossbow. Loading a crossbow isn't as easy as it looks. I would much prefer to use a knife. It makes a lot more sense. So to demonstrate that fact, I'm going to load a crossbow right now, just for you. You can't load a crossbow in any kind of time that it would take for you to kill someone while they're running away from you into the forest. Remember, she's in a cabin in the woods. Much tree coverage. It's gonna get out my daddy. Oh my fucking god. If after watching Hush you find that you've become intimidated by the idea of home invasion, I recommend installing a home security system. I got Steven. He's a puma. He comes from the jungle and he protects me and my household, and often will kill anyone or anything that I love. Thanks, Steve. I like black men. I give Hush a 4 out of 5 stars on Netflix, which don't exist anymore because Netflix have decided to tell me how much I want to watch something through a percentage rating. Fuck you, Netflix.